Enzo, you're back at Manchester City for a third time, so firstly, congratulations. Can you just talk us through the decision you've made to come back here and why this opportunity appeals to you so much?
Yeah, first of all, thank you. Thanks. As you said, this is the first time. Hopefully it's the last time that I come back and I don't leave anymore. Very excited for many reasons. First one is, you know, how big is the club. So this for sure has been one of the reason why.
This is a huge job in world football. There's so much expectation at City after the success we've had. How big a challenge does this feel for you?
Yeah, it's a huge challenge. It's for many reasons, all the success of the last 10, 15 years. But at the same moment, it's a nice challenge. It's, it's exciting because the target is to continue or to carry on the last decade or the last years that everything was very, very nice.
You obviously feel very, very confident. What is it about your character, your attributes, the way that you see the game that makes you think you're the right man for this job?
Anyway, you are going to discover a little bit, but yeah, I just try to. Probably the reason why I'm here is also because the idea from the club is to maintain the same, style of football, the same idea, and we're gonna try to do the most important thing in football, that is try to win, to achieve important things, and yeah, and then I think the day by day is going also to dictate a little bit the way I will work.
The fact that you've been here twice before, once as EDS manager and then once as an assistant during the treble season, do you think that helps you because you know the players, you know the culture, you know the leadership team here? Do you think that puts you in a good position from day one?
Absolutely, yes. It's much more easy when you join a club or a place where you already, connect with people, already people inside the building. I know most of the people. In terms of squad, in terms of players, I probably will find 4 or 5 players from the season, from the last time I was here. But yeah, I think it's much more easy for me, but for any manager when you join a club where you already know people, as you said, the leadership group and players and people inside the building.
There's a perception of City that we're one of the best run football clubs in the world. We've got a leadership team that are very patient. We've got top quality people in every department, and that kind of makes the job of the players and the management staff a little bit easier. You've experienced that side of the club before. What's your perception of it? How would you describe that side of Manchester City?
It's a main thing. When you have, all these three, you have the club, you have the manager, and you have the players. I think it's much more easy, for everyone working around that to achieve something important. And also what the club achieved in the last years show that probably the way they are working is the correct way.
We've got a young squad, but it's a young squad that's just won 2 major trophies last season. What's your assessment of the quality of this squad and its makeup right now?
Yeah, it's a young squad, but it's a very good squad. I think also you have the right mix between young players and more experienced players that also help a lot the young one to grow and to improve.
Are there any areas of the squad you feel that need improving, and are you already in conversations with Hugo about making some additions this summer?
Yeah, no, the squad is already good for sure. We need to do something, but as you said, we are talking with Hugo, and we see.
Let's just go back to your first time here as EDS manager. You know the academy system here really well. It's a really important part of what we do. What do you think of the quality of the players that this academy is producing now?
I think in the last, I don't know exactly how many years, but also when I was here with EDS, most of that squad, most of that players, they are all Premier League players, or almost all of them. I think the way they are working, the methodology they use in the last year also help the young player to develop in the right way. And yeah, I think with young players, you have to be also a little bit brave and give them the opportunity. And we're going to continue to do that.
Those of us who watched your EDS team, we know all about your style of football. That was a genuinely brilliant team who played really, really wonderful football. For those who are maybe less familiar with your style, how would you describe your philosophy or the kind of football that you love and that you promote?
Yeah, since that season then was, the season I had in my two previous club. That also was, fortunately, a good season. But the idea, as I said, from the club is to continue to maintain the same style of football that City had in the last years. So we're gonna try to do that. Also because it's the way I like to work. The idea is to continue as much as we can to dominate game, to play in the opposite side, be aggressive off the ball, and with intention on the ball.
Looking back at the second period that you were here, the treble year, it's probably the greatest season. Well, it is the greatest season in the club's history. You were a big part of that as one of Pep Guardiola's assistants. I mean, what are your memories of just that incredible season?
Yeah, it was, as you said, incredible season for many reasons. For the trophy that the club achieved, but also for the entire experience. I still remember the last part of the season, the games at home against Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Arsenal game, Liverpool game, the way the fans, they tried to push the team, the environment inside the stadium, that was unbelievable. And then the season finished in a great way. Also the parade, with all the city, blue city, that was fantastic feeling. So yeah, that was an important journey for sure.
You've got a really varied and interesting playing career as well. I mean, there's lots of articles on the Manchester City website at the moment that could go into detail about that. But I just wanted to understand from your perspective how much you feel English football has changed. Because I know you had a period at West Brom in the late 90s, early 2000s. How much has it changed during that period? Yeah,
completely changed. It's a different, from my point of view, it's a different football because everything evolved. So also in football, I think now is with all the analysis that you can do about teams, about player, it's much more easy to find solution against team. That's why you need to, as a manager, you need to evolve, you need to change things. Otherwise, if you continue to do the same thing, they're gonna find the solution and it's more difficult. But no doubt that in the last 20 years, football completely changed.
I mentioned the richness of your playing career. You played under some of the game's really great managers. I think in Ancelotti, Lippi, a man we know well here, Manuel Pellegrini. How have those managers influenced you and the way that you see the game? And do you feel fortunate to have played under so many really, really top managers?
Absolutely, yes. I think that during the experience as a player, you try to take all the best things from all the managers. For sure, for me, has been. I feel that I've been lucky working and share time with the manager you just mentioned now, because they show during the season, the years, how good they have been, and they are also all different. Lip in terms of leadership, it was fantastic. Ancelotti in terms of calm down, also it's top manager. So yeah, I feel quite lucky.
And what about coming back to Manchester, the city? Because this is obviously the third time you're going to have lived here and enjoyed this city. It's changed a lot over the years. There's much more, great places to eat, great places to hang out these days. So what is it you're most looking forward to coming back to this city? No,
this also shows that me, but in general my family, that we like a lot Manchester as a city. We feel very good in the 2 years we spend here with the kids, with everyone. So the idea is just to continue to enjoy the city and try to find a good moment where we can also, spend time or share time with city.
And you mentioned the City fans earlier, particularly those big games towards the end of the treble year, where you're absolutely right. They were helping get the team through some really big assignments. Obviously, we start with an important home game at the start of the season. How much are you looking forward to getting inside the Etihad as the first team manager and getting the fans behind your project and what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I feel so excited. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, I remember the environment in that game, you know, as Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid. The environment, the way they pushed the team was absolutely top. I don't have any doubt that, you know, they're gonna support the team and they're gonna support the new manager after 10 years with the Pep, with the same manager. But no doubt that everything will be good.
Enzo, thank you so much for your time today. Good luck with the new role, and we're all behind you and hoping we have a really successful season.
Thank you very much. Thanks to you.